How many times have you heard someone say, just take a deep breath, especially when you're stressed or you're anxious? It may sound simple, right? But for many people, deep breathing doesn't actually help. In fact, it can make some feel more anxious, more dizzy, or even more tense. Today, I'm going to explain why deep breathing isn't always the answer and what you need to do first to restore proper breathing efficiency and mechanics. Hi, my name is Dr. Arianne Missimer. I'm a functional medicine practitioner, doctor of physical therapy, and registered dietitian. I'm also the owner of the Movement Paradigm Integrative Health Center. There is no doubt that the breath is the foundation of nervous system regulation. It's the only automatic function that we can consciously control, and it directly communicates with our vagus nerve. But here's the key. If your airway is restricted, if your tongue and jaw aren't functioning properly, or if your diaphragm isn't moving efficiently, your breath will never feel calming, no matter how deeply you breathe. Let's break it down of why deep breathing can actually make you feel worse if you cannot breathe well. So overbreathing. Many people already breathe way too much. So forcing deep breaths blows off too much CO2, which you need to actually deliver oxygen to your tissues. So that's why you can feel lightheaded or dizzy when you start to breathe more frequently. Diaphragm dysfunction. If your diaphragm is restricted, you'll rely on your chest and your neck, your accessory muscles. So instead of relaxation, you actually get more tension. Airway obstruction. If your nose is blocked, your tongue sits low, your jaw is restricted, then deep breathing simply reinforces these poor mechanics. So what's the answer? Before you begin deep breathing, and really I would like to rephrase that to breathing less, you need to restore proper structure so function can follow. Here's how. Start with nasal breathing. So if you can't breathe through your nose comfortably, that is your first step. You can try saline rinses with xylitol, nasal dilators, or even mouth taping potentially to encourage nasal breathing, as long as you've assessed properly what type of airway obstruction you're having. Check your tongue posture. So your tongue should rest at the roof of your mouth. So the tip of the tongue should sit right behind the top teeth at the incisive papilla, and then the rest of the tongue should be glued to the roof of the mouth. It should be gently suctioned up, so a low tongue posture can ultimately over time create a more narrow and sometimes even vaulted palate and reduce airway space. Oral appliances. So sometimes we need help. We need help influencing structure. So mandibular advancement devices or expansion appliances can literally create more room in your airway. Obviously, there's surgical interventions. So in some cases, a severely deviated septum, enlarged turbinates, nasal valves, all of these things may be influenced by surgery. And then, of course, we have lots of therapies and movement. So we love myofunctional therapy, cranial nerve reprogramming, visceral manipulation, nervous system work. All of these can help to restore proper coordination and efficiency of the airway and breath. So here are some actionable steps you can do right now. Number 1, can you breathe comfortably through your nose? If not, start here. You should breathe out of your nose 100% of the day, all day, every day, exercise and sleep. Step 2, notice where your tongue rests. So if it is sitting low at the bottom of your mouth or the middle of your mouth, that's a red flag for airway restriction. So you really want to work towards getting it to the roof of the mouth. Step 3 is if you can continue to struggle, please seek out a professional who understands airway and cranial nerve function. Don't just try to force deep breathing, but really get evaluated so you understand what are your specific airway obstructions and why is this contributing to poor breathing. So remember this, sometimes the key to calming your nervous system isn't about breathing deeper, it's about breathing better and breathing less. So restoring the airway, improving your mechanics, then the breath becomes much more powerful regulator that it's meant to be. So if you found this helpful, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Movement Paradigm, for weekly tips on integrative and root cause medicine.